welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Today's video is a very special video simply because I wanted to update you guys on everything that has been going on. I am currently pregnant. So I am about 15 weeks. Yes. No, I'm sorry. I just turned 16 weeks. So I turned 16 weeks, which is 4 months. And I am just so overjoyed. And I wanted to make this video just to kind of inform, help, and just kind of help out other mommies that are expecting or waiting to expect. So I hope this video is a lot of help and I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna start the video just because I don't want to be talking a lot and I don't want to make this video like super lengthy. I just want to make it informative but also kind of short and cute. Okay, so for those of you that are trying to conceive and don't know the symptoms and just kind of are on that waiting period after like ovulation and waiting for that positive pregnancy test. So I'll be sharing with you of my 3 pregnancies, my first early symptoms, and how I found out with all my 3 pregnancies super early, like from 5 to 6 weeks when I was pregnant. I don't know if because I'm very in tune with my body, but typically I found out very easily. Like I said, I have 3, this is my 3rd pregnancy, but I'll start with my first pregnancy. With my first pregnancy, my first symptom was just kind of like dizziness. I would get up and I would feel a little dizzy, not to the point that I wanted to faint, but I just kind of knew something was going on. The second symptom was also the excessive need of peeing. So I needed to go to the restroom like a lot. And that kind of just made me wonder why I had to go to the restroom so often. So that was my second symptom with my first pregnancy. The third one was I would feel like a little pinch or like needle pin kind of pain in my belly button. So that one has actually happened with all 3 of my pregnancies. So you feel like this needle kind of pain. It's like a distinctive kind of like a pulling of the belly button. It's kind of weird. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe it's like the placenta developing, or I'm not sure, but that for sure I feel it like very early on. With my second pregnancy was very similar. I just felt like I needed to pee more often, and that was kind of right away. I would be like, what's going on? Why do I need to go to the restroom so often? So it was that one. And I also felt like the dizziness, but I think it was mainly like the peeing and the pulling of the belly button. For my third one, it was a little bit different. This one, I was not expecting it. It's actually a funny story because my husband and I were gonna try to conceive on December. So I was starting to track I always track it because I'm not regular. So I try to track my period just to kind of more or less know when I'm expecting it, because sometimes I would get it every month, sometimes I wouldn't. For this particular one, like I said, I was trying to conceive on December. So I was starting to take my supplements. By the way, I'm gonna talk a little bit about like a supplement that I take purposely whenever I'm trying to conceive. I don't get my period every month. So I noticed that this supplement does help me regulate my period, especially because it's important for me to know if I'm ovulating and more or less when I'm ovulating. That way I can know that fertile window and not miss it. So for my first pregnancy, I actually took a while trying to conceive. It took me about 6 months. I wasn't getting pregnant. I'm not sure because I wasn't getting that ovulation or fertile period. But it took me a while to conceive. I went to the doctor. The doctor wasn't much help, to be honest. The doctor said that, or the OBGYN said that I needed to try to conceive for more than a year in order to be considered kind of like, I guess, be qualified for more testing. So since that happened, I kind of took it into my own hands and kind of learned more about it. So I learned about maca, and maca is actually a supplement that supports hormonal balance. So I came to the conclusion that I have a hormonal imbalance and possibly PCOS. So one of my symptoms is that I don't get my period every month. So since I miss my period, every time I try to conceive on purpose. I try to take maca just so I can regulate my menstrual cycle to every 28 to 30 days. So I start like maybe like 2 months in advance whenever I'm trying to conceive. And so does my husband. So my husband and I take the supplement, and it enhances a lot of like the reproductive system as well for the man. And it boosts your libido. So that's another thing too that, it helps. And it's just good it's a good supplement overall. You could do your research. I am by no means encouraging you to start it, but consult your doctor, your OBGYN, your physician before you start it. Do your research, but I just wanted to add that it's a supplement that I really, really trust on. And this is my third baby with maca. For me, it has done wonders whenever I'm trying to conceive. And like I said, this is my third maca baby. So going back to my story before before I started jumping into that. So for this baby, we were gonna start trying to conceive in December. So I started taking my supplement like maybe like a month before, not expecting to get pregnant that month, which this was back in November. So in November, I started taking my supplement. I was actually not supposed to be ovulating by then, so I'm not sure how it happened. Science happened, but I am pregnant. And well, yeah, so I didn't know. I didn't know I was pregnant. I was just waiting for my next period. That way I can continue tracking my ovulation. Keep in mind, this is in November. My last menstrual cycle was in November 4th. So I still had like an extra month. So like I said, I was not expecting this. So one of my first symptoms, how I came to realize that I was actually pregnant, was one, I was starting to miss my period. It wasn't fully regulated, my period, but I was supposed to be expecting it already because it was already like 34, 35 days. And usually my period, it's like about 32, 36 the most, lengthwise, like my cycle, because like I said, I'm not regular. I'm not like on the dot. So sometimes it's like 28. Actually, no, it's never been 28. So sometimes it's like 32 days, 36. I thought it was weird because by then I should be getting it, and I knew I should be getting it because I was on that maca supplement. So I noticed that happening. I wasn't fully concerned because I'm not regular, and sometimes that happens. I also started feeling super tired. So my symptom with this third pregnancy was feeling super tired. I would be going to bed at 9 p.m. and by 6:30, 7:30, sometimes I was still tired. And I just didn't understand why, because I was actually late to work. And I didn't understand why, because for me, when I go to sleep early, I'm usually up by like 6:30 the latest. But I ran late to work a few times because I woke up late. And I just didn't understand why. I just didn't understand why I woke up late and why this was happening. I'm like, I'm going to bed early. Like, why? There's no way that I'm still sleepy. This is like more than 8 hours, more than what my body usually needs. So I started noticing, like I started feeling a lot of tiredness and just constantly tired all the time. The second, I guess the second, third symptom is that I kept having vivid dreams. So my dreams were just insane. It was super like vivid, super real. It just seemed very unusual. These dreams were just so real. If you've ever been pregnant, or if you have babies already and you've been pregnancy or currently pregnant, you know what I'm talking about. So those dreams were just insane. And one specific dream, which makes me think I'm gonna have a baby girl, is because in my dream, I had the urge to find a baby girl's name. So I needed to find a baby girl's name. And my question was if I'm gonna be naming my daughter with a K, because both of my daughter's names start with a K. So the third one, it was like, I need to find a baby's name. I need to find a baby girl's name. Is it gonna be, so and so, so and so? Is it gonna be with a K? Is it gonna be with a different letter? That was kind of like my dilemma, but I knew I needed to find a baby girl's name. So that's what makes me think that it's gonna be a girl. I still don't know the gender. I'm barely 16 weeks, so maybe like in about 3 weeks, I'll find out. But as of right now, I still don't know the gender. But let me know what you think the baby will be. So when I found out, so apparently I conceived like November 11 or so. And I found out like a month after. So it was very, very early. I actually found out it was in December 13th. And I remember because it was before my sister's birthday, a day before. My sister's birthday is the 14th. I found out the 13th. So I found out, and coincidentally, I had an appointment with the OBGYN because I needed to do a pap smear. So I was gonna go to my pap smear appointment. I had it scheduled for the 18th of December. So when I went to my first appointment, they asked me if I knew I was pregnant, and I told them that I did. So they thought they were surprising me. They weren't. I already knew I was pregnant. So that's how that first appointment went, which, as a matter of fact, I was very disappointed in my OBGYN because for the longest, I've been going to the doctors. I try to get a physical every year. And for a while back already, I had been told that I was in good health. Like everything was good with my health. But the only thing is that in my urine, they kept finding little spectrums of blood. So for me, at first, I was very concerned because I was like, what does that mean? Like, that doesn't sound right. Is that something to be concerned about? So they were like, no, it's a very tiny little amount, almost close to nothing amount of blood in your urine. So we'll just be observing it. So this happened for like almost a year and a half, close to 2 years. So then I came to the conclusion because I asked my primary doctor, I'm like, hey, like you keep addressing this and you keep telling me that this is still coming up. Like, obviously it's not going away. It's not clearing on its own. So what the heck? Like, what, like, should I be concerned about? Like, why are you not addressing it if it's not going away on its own? So I figured, I'm like, you know what, it's urine. Maybe I need to go to someone that kind of specializes on that, which I thought like the female part, maybe an OBGYN. So that's when I did the appointment for that. I was like, I'm gonna go with an OBGYN. Maybe if the OBGYN doesn't know, then I can just be directed or transferred to a specialist. That's what I thought. So I went to my first appointment. They did the test. They found out I was pregnant. I think they got ahead of themselves, or I don't know, they got overjoyed. And that conversation took over about the lab work, the first ultrasound that they were supposed to do, which the girl messed up. And at the end, I didn't even get the first ultrasound, because she said that the nurse practitioner didn't tell her. But I was like, she told me. I don't know why she didn't tell you. But so at the end, I was like, whatever, maybe she thinks it's too early for the first ultrasound, so we're just gonna do the lab work. So I did the lab work. This was, keep in mind, December 18th. January 31st, which was New Year's Eve, I had a scare, like a really, really bad scare. This had never happened to me, so it was my first time experiencing, I guess, that amount of stress. And it was a scary situation. I'm not gonna lie. It was like a scary situation. So please, please, please make sure that they check your urine. Make sure that, and actually I'm in the process of changing to a different OBGYN because I currently don't like the one that I have. I feel like I got stuck with her because I had my appointment already scheduled, but it was for a pap smear, not really for her to do prenatal care. But then it kind of just happened to that I was pregnant, so then she kind of took over. But I'm in the process of changing to a different OBGYN. Hopefully the next OBGYN is a lot better. But yeah, this one, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I'm not happy about. But one of them is that I'll constantly have to be reminding them for them to check my urine, which is very important because for us, especially pregnant women, we're more prone to like preeclampsia, UTIs, a lot of things that can be seen in our urine. So make sure that you are leaving those urine samples, and I mean, just let's just hope that they take care of it, you know? But so another thing, I felt a lot of back pain, a lot of back pain. I just thought it was kind of normal. I just, I was like, well, maybe the baby, like it's still early in the pregnancy. I think it's kind of normal, but it was bad. I would be sitting down, my lower back would hurt really bad. I would get up and my back would hurt. Well, like I would be walking, it would hurt. No matter what I did, my back would be killing me. I thought it was kind of normal. I was like, you know what? You wanted this, suck it up. But with my other two pregnancies, like early in my pregnancy, I felt fine, aside from like nausea and stuff like that. My first trimester, I just thought maybe this baby was different. But that was a sign. My body was trying to tell me something. So I felt like a lot of back pain. On the 31st, I started spotting. So that's another thing that never happened with my other two pregnancies. So I got a little concerned. I know you're more prone to abortions, I guess you could say, or miscarriages. There you go. I know you're more prone to miscarriages early in the pregnancy. So I was just kind of scared. I was like, well, try to be strong, but also, I don't know, like strong and brave. I was like, I hope this is not it, but if it is, like I accept your will, God. I was talking to God and I was like, if this is what you want, like, okay, yeah, like I accept your will. But I mean, I didn't want to experience a miscarriage. I don't think I've ever experienced a miscarriage, and I didn't want that to be the first time. So we went, well, I started bleeding, I was like, okay, maybe because that day or the day before, I can't remember, I was like deep cleaning my house, deep cleaning. So I didn't know, for me, I thought maybe I was like overworked and kind of tired. And I was like, okay, maybe this is your sign to get some rest and just kind of like relax. So that's what I tried to do. I tried to do that, and yeah, I mean, it didn't, I remember the rest of the night, the rest of New Year's Eve, I just went to bed and I just laid it out, It's like, maybe if I laid it out, like, I need to get some bed rest. So then I did. The next morning, I asked my mom, she said, you should go to the hospital. She said hospital because my OBGYN was closed. It was the 31st. So, everywhere pretty much they were closed. Even urgent care was closed. So we went to the hospital. They admitted me. The lady did tell me right away. She's like, your back pain might be due to a UTI. Which to me, the moment she said that, I was like, OMG, it might be a UTI. That's probably why my lower back is hurting. And I just kind of started connecting the dots because I kind of had an idea because they kept saying blood in the urine. So then I had Googled, which don't Google, but I had Googled and it said that a lot of times it could be like due to an infection. So they put me into antibiotics. They gave me a shot and they put me on macrobid. I think it's an antibiotic for pregnant women. Well, no, actually, no. It's not for pregnant women. Or I don't know if it is or not, but I was super scared because then, once again, don't Google. I started Googling and I guess it had like not good effects on pregnant women. So I was stressing over that. I was like, do I take it? Do I not? Why did they give me this one? They should have gave me one that it's, safer for like pregnant women. But I guess they said that one depending on what strain you have. So at the end of the day, I took it because I started realizing that the spotting was coming from the UTI. The spotting was, the UTI was making me spot because the UTI, if you don't treat the infection, it could actually cause a miscarriage. Or if you're further along, it could cause preterm labor. So I started taking that, but whew, that was a scare. That was a scare and something that I had not experienced with my other pregnancies, but that happened. But luckily right now, we're making it, guys. We're 16 weeks already. And yeah, baby, thank goodness it's growing. We went already to like our second or third appointment, and we finally heard the heartbeat. We have like an ultrasound finally, and yeah, so baby, hopefully, like so far they've been telling us that it's been growing healthy. This pregnancy is very different. For my cravings, for my other two baby girls, I had a lot of sweets. Like I would crave a lot of sweets all the time. For this pregnancy, I actually crave more like salty stuff and more spicy kind of things. But it's pretty much that. I mean, I'm trying to watch what I eat. I am 34, so I'm trying just to kind of watch what I eat, just because I know my metabolism is already slower. So, and also because I want to give baby all the nutrients, so I try to stick to like healthier foods and stuff like that. But I do crave a lot of salty and spicy food. So yeah, I also wanted to thank you guys for watching this video. Like I said, I just wanted to give you guys a little update and kind of show you guys where I'm at with my life. And so far, I mean, life has been great. Life has been good. I cannot be complaining. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. And I am so happy to be welcoming, hopefully, God willing, my third baby. So I still don't know the gender. I'm thinking it's going to be a baby girl, but I'll show you guys my belly right now. And then let me know what you guys think it's going to be. A lot of people are asking if I'm going try or if I'm trying for the boy. I am not. I just want a healthy baby. Whatever God wants to bless me with. If God wants to bless me with a baby girl, I'll be more than happy to have another baby girl. If God wants to send me a baby boy, well then I'll be more than happy as well to welcome a baby boy. But yeah, guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. I'll show you guys my belly right now. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think the sex of the baby will be. Okay, sometimes I feel like I look pregnant. Sometimes I feel like I just look fat. But it's still pretty flat. I don't even know where baby's at. So this is my belly, my 16-week belly. It's still pretty tiny. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it's gonna be a boy or do you guys think it's gonna be a girl? Let me know in the comments below. I'll read you guys. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next video.